Well, it is 6:38 in the morning. It's about the time I should be out walking. But yesterday, I don't know what the hell happened, but I got really sleepy. I woke up at 9 in the morning. I got really sleepy around 6 o'clock. I went to sleep sometime before 8, and I slept for like 3 or 4 hours, and I woke up, and I just feel sick. I, I don't, I'm not up to going out walking. So I got a couple. I gotta wash clothes. I gotta wash them in here by hand. That's gonna take some. That's exercise in itself. And then if I want to walk, I can walk around in the house. But I just don't. I don't feel good. I took. Hopefully that thermometer that I bought works. I don't feel feverish. I feel very weird. I can't describe it other than like I got a stomach ache, but I always seem to have stomach ache. But I feel like weak and listless and just I don't know. Could be like flashback or like a bad day in the how you get those flashback type days with the benzo thing. But yeah, I gotta try to make myself eat something and set some modest goals for myself. I did break out the hammer and I found a couple of nails like I said I would. And I stood on that scooter back there and I realized that this is a 10-foot ceiling and my reach ain't all that. And another problem is the way it's constructed. It's like the window is like the window is like right here and the wall coming off of it's right here. So there's no wood to put a nail in anyway unless it's way up where I can't reach and be swinging a hammer. I didn't hit my thumb too bad, but I hit my thumb a couple of times. And the nails that I got, they require a good whack with a hammer, and I'm like unsteady on my feet. And I'm like, well, this is stupid. So that's one of my goals today is it's the board to build a cardboard um, light blocker instead of like hanging a sheet over that window. Um, mm, yeah, but I ate like I had trouble eating yesterday, and I do not feel good today, and I did not sleep, and I don't know what's going on, but it's not good. Um, it's not even like a psychosomatic thing because I'd have a fever if I had to worry about what the whole world's worried about. I'd have a fever, so it's not that, and I don't know, I don't know what's going on. I wish I did know. Um, but I'm not gonna waste your time. I've been making long videos anyways. Um, yeah, I looked that up. That screw your neighbor thing. And I didn't know that that was like a common card game. But like I said, I grew up in a bubble. I'm a bubble boy now, but I grew up in like a bubble. Like I didn't. I was kind of like isolated as a kid. So I didn't know that. I just did a search of screw your neighbor, the card game, and I guess it was a thing. And then somebody, I don't know, I just find that fascinating that somebody, you can just play that game with a regular deck of cards, and all somebody did was make a special Uno deck. I guess for people that couldn't remember that 7 is a skip card. I think the Jack, it could be any card you can make do these functions. But, you had your 2s made people pick 2 out of a regular deck. Your 5s made people pick 5. I think 7 was skip a turn, where you skip the next guy. And then uh, Jacks were the suit changer, and aces were the reverse card. And you said one card when you had one card left to warn people that you were going to go out. And that's about all I remember about it. Oh, I don't know because I haven't played it for 40 years. So, but yeah, the idea that somebody just said, "Oh, this you can play this perfectly fine. We'll just make like a special deck and have colored cards and like, have a card that says wild card, or, and it tickles me that somebody would actually do that, patent it, and make a whole bunch of money. You know, I can't even think of a good like analogy for that. It's like, they reinvented the rock or something that already, you know, like, you know, these are, oh, okay, I'll use this one just off the top of my head. It's like, okay, you take a flat stone and you could skip it across the surface, and they made these special discs that you could use, and then you could have skipping contests and see you could get the most skips out of these special we'd have to, they call it Uno, so they would call them skip'ems. But you just need a flat rock. You just need a deck of cards, something you just need something that's existed forever, and you just like invent something that already exists and call it something different, and then patent it, and then make a whole bunch of money off them. But I remember playing that game with Uno cards um, at a my cousin John's house, where I spent like a large part of my childhood, and I'm thinking like you weren't allowed to say sucks over there. And I got in trouble for saying, well, this sucks. And they were like, and I got yelled at by the father, and I'm like, well, why? It's just said that something sucks. It just means it's bad. And he said, what do you think they're talking about? Then, he was actually going to prove his point by explaining fellatio to an 8-year-old. I was like, I knew what was up just because of my background. But I was like, is he really going to go there and talk about sucking dicks? To a little kid. I was a different kind of kid, as I am a different kind of adult. I was like, is he really going to go there? He says, what do you think that means? And I, of course, said, I don't know. He goes, well, just don't say it anymore, okay? I'm like, okay. So, to say that Uno was screw your neighbor, yeah, I wasn't going to say that. I was like, well, we're playing Uno, I guess. So, anyways, I found that amusing. And I suppose that's one of the reasons why I do long videos, is I find things amusing. And I like to come up with ideas and, to test my creativity. Though, it also helps me kill time and distracts me from the fact that I feel seasick, kind of like at the moment. I kind of feel like semi-withdrawal, even though I'm taking my regular doses. It's weird. Don't like it. I gotta scale back my goals for today, because ordinarily it's like I'll be out walking. But I guess I'm gonna do that in the house. You know, I feel kind of unsteady, and it's better to fall in your house, I think, than fall on the street. I got other chores I got to do that take some physical activity. I got to do something with my dishes, and I got to do something with clothes, and I'm gonna rip up some boxes and try to make a cardboard shield for that window over there. So, yeah, I just thought I'd check in real quick for a couple of minutes. And yeah, I don't know what's up with me, but I hope it passes. 'Cause I do not feel well, and definitely do not want to put anything in my stomach, but I don't really have any choice in the matter. I guess I'll let the aid worker come over tomorrow and like risk buying food. I need cheese. I love cheese. I need cheese and I need eggs if I'm gonna have omelets, and I need bread, and I gotta have some coffee creamer. So, yeah, I guess I'll, take my chances. I mean, uh, things in Ohio pretty dire as far as what they're telling us, and I don't really, I know people love conspiracy, and of course you cannot trust people in public office and stuff. But why would they want to create a panic, and what would they get out of it? Now I had read something about um, senators and stuff knowing how bad this was going to be, and like sort of doing a sort of insider trading thing, and dumping a bunch of their stock because they knew that the market was going to plummet, and they knew that it was going to be a huge deal here. But I don't really keep up with news. I knew it was spreading to other countries out of China, and then I knew it had spread to the United States, but I obviously did not. I guess maybe nobody did not think it would be that at this stage. I believe March 30th, year of our Lord 2020, that not Ohio, the United States would be number one on the charts right now as far as COVID virus. You know, I don't know, so I don't know, like, if what the people that work for Governor DeWine here are saying is accurate. Yeah, not good. The statistics are the statistics. Okay, the last I checked, and he gives a briefing every day at 2 p.m. The last I checked, 1,406 cases, 25 deaths, 344 hospitalizations, and an estimated spread of 8,000 to 10,000 cases a day. I mean, why would they want to throw that information out there? It's like they're saying for a limited time. The name of the article was actually rounding. Shit, I can't remember now. It was something about the curve, like rounding the curve or making a curve. Maybe, I don't know, because it ain't got no curve right now, man. It's just rocking it up to the stratosphere. But rounding off the curve or something like that, by people changing their behaviors. But I mean, I'll look again to see if I'm hallucinating. But I think they said they're talking like 8,000 to 10,000 cases a day for the foreseeable future. Like an undetermined future. And then another person that wasn't associated with the governor's office said that they believe 100,000 people are walking around in Ohio undiagnosed with this. So, yeah. But if this is the world I got to live in, I mean, I got to get me some food in here that I want to eat, and I like omelets. So, I take my chances. I have to talk to my real estate agent guy. If you're the few people that listen to me, I'm sure you know what I mean. Um, and find out, like, because I'll just pay 2 months rent in advance here. And I heard a bunch of kids running through the hallway and carrying on yesterday, and I know this guy is totally heedless and sociopathic. The vet guy, you know, totally irresponsible. I mean, I almost watched him by taking care of his toddler daughter drunk, like almost kill her, more or less through neglect because she was choking and she couldn't breathe. And like I said, I might have said something about it. He might have noticed it first. We might have noticed it simultaneously, but it was just me, him, and that kid choking out on the porch. And it was like at the unsteady on your feet stage of toddlerdom. I don't know much about kids, but I know that it was choking and couldn't breathe. And like that guy is going to be responsible about the COVID virus. Come on. Not going to happen. It's, this guy's in altered states over here all the time. He will be responsible because he's in a wheelchair, so he's probably scared shitless. He's got bad health and he's in his 60s. and he keeps up on the news and stuff. But I don't know about this woman upstairs here, you know, um, or how she's been behaving. So, you know, that hallway is, yeah, hallway is a not safe zone right now. When I go out and touch doorknobs and mailboxes and shit, I wear gloves. I got a box of rubber gloves. Or if it's cold out, I wear winter gloves. I'm not touching anything barehanded. And yeah, hopefully I'll feel better. And I'll get something done today. I just want to do stuff, man. That's the thing about like being racked up and being crippled up is you still have all that life inside of you yearning to get out and yearning to be expressed some way. But, you know, it's like with the guitar thing. It's awkward for me and uncomfortable for me to play guitar, but I want to play guitar. So I was thinking, like, why did I even spend that $165 on it? You know, I don't have the patience for it because of the benzo thing. You know, I am uncomfortable physically. I I just lots of times I have this like mini guitar. I can almost reach it. I might as well give you something for tuning in. Okay, I have this mini guitar. I can set this like on me like so. Okay, and it's got little stripper girls. And put them the right side up. But as a joke, it's got like stripper girls on the fretboard. And I took like a $20 piece of shit ukulele sized guitar, and I put like this is made for like a Gibson Les Paul, and it's got my cool Dial Dragon symbol sticker, and then the stickers with the stripper girls cost like $20. And I made a video called "The Stickers Are Worth More Than the Guitar" because the guitar's a piece of shit. But I mean, even like I can't even like get comfortable and do anything with this because it's just I'd rather be comfortable. You know, it's like I'd rather be comfortable than, you know. Even now, I can't put. I have to like play this way up here, and it's, you know, it's one of the reasons why I got it is because it was small, and I figured like, well, you know, I can tinker around and mess around with it, and then it's like super awkward to play it. Don't stay in tune, and it's just annoying. So why am I, you know, why am I even bothering spending money on a pedal? Um, you know, I just got that benzo irritability too, where you don't have patience for anything. I mean, you don't have patience enough when the cheese is fighting you when you're trying to open up the bag of cheese slices. And I was just thinking, you know, that maybe I could get on the guitar and make some loud, angry noises. And I don't know. I'm just not doing well right now. It's a combination of cabin fever, isolation, benzo irritability. It's a combination of a whole lot of things. Worry over the AFib thing, possible hospitalization, CRPS. I got issues. We already know all that anyway. But at least you got to see some funny ass guitar that I made. What I thought would be really cool was like I have a super. I'll put that video up on this of that guitar. But I got super classy. Um, you'll see the guitar if you look at the video, but it's really expensive, super classy guitar that doesn't have any fret markers, and I could never get used to playing guitar without any kind of fret markers. So I was like I'm gonna buy them cheesy stripper girl stickers and put it on this super classy guitar. But if you want to see, like I have this equipment, but I've never used it. Part of the reason why is like immediately after I bought this guitar and considered it a steal at $975 or thereabouts, I fell and hit my arm on a fan and dislocated, what do they call that? I tore my rotator cuff. So that was like 2 or 3 days after I bought the guitar. whenever I bought it. It was I think it was pre benzo days. I don't remember. I just remember screaming when I would reach up with that. It's the song that had the torn rotator cuff, but I'd scream when I'd go to turn on the light, and I'd forget every morning. You know, I'd reach up, and every morning would start with a ah. You know, it's a good alarm clock though. You know, you reach up to turn that light on, and you forget that if you lift your arm up any higher than this, it's like somebody stabbing you in the shoulder. Anyways, I'm doing what I do, and that's talking more than it's necessary. I wish I could get outside. I wish I felt well enough to walk. That might mellow me out. But anyways, this odd combination of cabin fever and physical symptoms and an overriding feeling of sickness and loss of appetite is about to say goodbye. So yeah, check out that link if you want to see the guitar that I'm talking about and see how you can make nylon strings sound heavy metal, which I would have never even dreamed that was possible when I was learning how to play guitar with nylon strings. So anyways, goodbye, and I hope you're having a better day than I'm about to have, or I hope you have a better day than I'm about to have, depending upon when you are watching this. Goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.